Today we're making bean and meat chili, and for that we're going to use dried chiles. These dried chiles you can find at any international store or Latino store, or sometimes in your regular supermarket in the Latino aisle. So we have 3 dried morita chile, 3 ancho chile, and 7 to 8 guajillo chile. Morita is the spiciest one of these 3, so if you like your chili more spicy, add more morita. We also need 1 cup chicken stock, 1 tablespoon oregano, 1 tablespoon cumin seeds, 1 tablespoon tomato paste, and 3 garlic cloves. First, we'll take the stems of the chiles, split them in half, and take as much seeds as you can. The seeds are the spiciest part of the chili. And make sure you use gloves because the capsaicin in the chiles might stick to your fingers. Even after washing your hands, you might touch your eye and it will burn. So make sure you use gloves. Place the seeded and stemmed chiles in a large saute pan, and on high heat we're gonna toast them a little bit just until they get fragrant and they change a little bit of their color. This process activates the oils in the chiles and it makes their flavor more pronounced and much deeper. Once the chiles start to toast and smoke a little bit, add the cumin seeds and toast them as well. When the cumin seeds start to pop, they are ready. Transfer everything into a sauce pot and add all the other ingredients, including the chicken stock. Cover and bring it to a boil. After 3 to 5 minutes, the chiles will be rehydrated and pliable. Put everything in a blender and blend until smooth. If it's too thick for the blender to process, add some more chicken stock. And now on to making the chili. We need half a cup of that chili base that we just made, 2.5 cups pureed canned tomatoes, 2 cups cooked beans, 1 pound ground turkey, ground beef, ground chicken, on whichever meat you'd like to use, 1 handful cilantro, 6 to 7 cloves of garlic, half medium yellow onion, 2 bell peppers of any kind, 2 tablespoons coriander, 2.5 tablespoons paprika, 2 tablespoons cumin, 1 teaspoon fresh ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon oregano, and 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon, and of course salt. In a heavy bottomed pot, preferably a Dutch oven, pour some oil and then add the meat, and with a potato masher just mix, mash, and stir while it's cooking on high heat. Continue stirring, mashing, and breaking until you have nice and even little morsels of meat. If you're using turkey like I'm using now, I added a little extra oil because turkey tends to be dry, so when you're cooking it, it might stick together much faster. The oil will help separate the pieces and give it some added flavor. If you're using beef, use a lot less because beef has the fat in it that's going to melt, and that's going to become the cooking oil. Keep cooking until all the meat juices evaporates, and you can see the oil at the bottom. Then keep cooking some more to brown the meat a little bit. Browning it is very important because it's going to give it that deep meaty flavor. When the meat starts sticking to the bottom and you have nice brown bits throughout, add the spices all at once. Mix very well. We're going to toast the spices as well. Toasting spices is always a good idea because it releases much more flavor. After about a minute, when the spices start smelling fragrant, deglaze the whole pan with, if you have some red wine laying around, add a little bit. Otherwise, you can also use chicken stock. Scrape the bottom to release all the brown bits and pieces that are stuck to the pan. Lower the heat to very low, and let's move on to sauteing our aromatics. Cut the onion in half. We're using only half the onion. Then cut into a medium to small dice. Cut the pepper in the same size. Slice the garlic into thin slices. Chop the cilantro very fine. Add about 2 tablespoons of oil into a large saute pan. Then add the peppers and onions. We're gonna saute them on medium-high heat until soft and translucent. Meanwhile, place the garlic in a sauce pot along with 1 tablespoon extra virgin olive oil and 1 tablespoon cooking oil and fry. When the garlic starts browning, add to the meat. Garlic will taste different. If you chop it, it will taste different. If you slice it, it will taste different. If you add it into liquid, it will taste different. So in this case, because we have so many flavors going on, we want the garlic also to add its own layer. That's why we cook it separately. Then we add it to the pot. The peppers and onions are nicely cooked and dry. They start to brown a little bit, so they are ready. We add them also to the pot. Add the chili paste that we made earlier and mix very well. Add the beans, add the cilantro, add the pureed tomatoes. Stir very well to combine. Turn the heat back to high and bring it to a boil. When it comes back to a boil, add salt. Stir the bottom very well so that it does not stick to the bottom. Cover, lower the heat to very low and let it simmer for about a half an hour to 45 minutes. Stirring every 5 to 10 minutes so that it doesn't stick to the bottom and burn. If you have a pressure cooker, this part would be very easy. Just put it in the pressure cooker, cook it on high for about 10 minutes, and then let the pressure go down for about 5 minutes, and the chili is ready. Garnish with some fresh cilantro, shredded cheese, and some chopped onions. And there it is. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Like and subscribe, because there is more coming.